Welcome to the 5th episode of our online novel writing workshop. Today, we are delving into a fundamental aspect of storytelling that can significantly shape the reader's experience: narration and pronouns. These elements are not just technical details. They are the very backbone of how your story unfolds and how your characters and themes are presented to the audience. By understanding and mastering these concepts, you will enhance your storytelling skills and create a more engaging narrative. The importance of narration in storytelling. Narration is the means through which your story is conveyed to the reader. It is the voice that guides the audience through the events, characters, and emotions of your narrative. As a writer, deciding on the narration is one of the first steps you need to take before you even start writing your novel. The choice of narrator will influence the tone, depth, and engagement level of your story. There are several key questions to consider when determining how to narrate your novel. Who is telling the story? What is their perspective? How much knowledge do they have about the characters and events? How does their viewpoint affect the reader's understanding? Types of narrators, a closer look. To navigate these questions, let's explore the different types of narrators you can use in your novel. Each narrator has unique characteristics that will shape the narrative. This narrator uses pronouns like I and we, providing a direct and personal perspective on the events. Typically, the first-person narrator is a character within the story, often the protagonist who recounts their experiences, thoughts, and emotions. A strong emotional connection. The reader feels as though they are directly involved in the character's journey. Subjectivity. The events are filtered through the narrator's personal feelings, thoughts, and biases. This means that the portrayal of other characters and events may be limited to what the narrator knows or believes. Richness and complexity to the storytelling. Hallway, my heart racing as I approached the door. Memories of the past flooded my mind, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was waiting for me on the other side. Here, the reader is drawn into Emily's emotions and thoughts, experiencing the tension and anticipation firsthand. Limited perspective. The reader only knows what the narrator knows. This can restrict the understanding of other characters' motivations and thoughts, leading to a potentially skewed view of the events. Understanding. Plot complexity. In stories with multiple characters or intricate plots, relying solely on a first-person narrator can make it challenging to convey the full scope of the narrative. Bring a broader perspective on the narrative. This narrator uses pronouns like he, she, and they, and possesses knowledge of all characters and events. The omniscient narrator is not a character within the story. Rather, they observe and recount the narrative from an external viewpoint. Feelings and motivations of multiple characters, offering a more complete picture of the story. Flexibility. The narrative can shift focus between different characters and plot lines, allowing for a rich exploration of themes and relationships. Dimly lit hallway, her heart racing with anticipation. Unbeknownst to her, behind the door lay secrets that could change everything she thought she knew. Meanwhile, Jake, hidden in the shadows, watched her every move, torn between his desire to reveal the truth and the fear of losing her forever. Distance from characters. The reader may feel less connected to individual characters compared to a first-person narrative, as the omniscient perspective can create a sense of emotional distance. Information overload. The abundance of details from multiple perspectives can overwhelm the reader, potentially leading to confusion or loss of focus on the central narrative. One, nature of the story. Does your story benefit from an intimate, character-driven perspective, or does it require a broader, more comprehensive view? A first-person narrator might be better suited for deeply personal narratives, while an omniscient narrator may work well for ensemble casts. 3. Complexity of the plot. If your story involves multiple plotlines or characters, a third-person omniscient narrator can provide the flexibility needed to explore these various elements. For diverse perspectives and can add complexity to the narrative. Here are 2 common methods for incorporating multiple narrators. This can offer unique insights into their motivations and experiences while maintaining individual voices. For example, one chapter might be narrated by Emily, while the next is told from Jake's perspective. This creates a rich tapestry of viewpoints and experiences. A first-person narrator may recount their personal experiences, while an omniscient narrator provides broader context and insights into other characters' thoughts and motivations. This blend can create a dynamic storytelling experience that keeps readers engaged. The chosen perspective throughout the story. Any shifts in narration should be intentional and clearly indicated to the reader. Here are some tips to ensure consistency. Establish the voice. Develop a clear and distinct voice for your narrator. This includes considering their personality, tone, and style of speech. Ensure that transitions are smooth and purposeful. Keep track of character development. If using multiple narrators, ensure that character arcs remain consistent across different perspectives. Each narrator should reflect the character's growth and change throughout the story. Of your story. The timeline dictates the order in which events unfold, impacting the reader's understanding and engagement. Here are key considerations for structuring your timeline. Turning point in a character's life, or a flashback that sets the stage for the narrative. 2. Chronological order. Decide if the story will follow a linear progression or if it will involve jumping between different times and events. A linear timeline presents events in the order they occur, while a nonlinear timeline might include flashbacks, foreshadowing, or parallel storylines. elements, guide the reader through transitions to prevent confusion. For impact on narrative pacing, the timeline can influence the pacing of your story. Consider how the sequencing of events affects tension, suspense, and emotional impact. For instance, a series of rapid events can create a sense of urgency, while slower pacing can build suspense and anticipation. Novel. This is an exciting moment. As you have laid the groundwork for your story, here are some tips to help you begin. Set goals. Establish clear writing goals for yourself, whether that means setting a daily word count, designating specific times for writing, or creating a writing schedule. Consider outlining key plot points, character arcs, and themes. Embrace the process. Writing a novel is a journey, and it's important to embrace the process. Allow yourself to experiment with different ideas and styles, and don't be afraid to revise and refine your work. And keep your creative flow alive. Is a vital part of the process. Here are some strategies to help you cultivate your writing style. Incorporate into your own work. Analyze the narrative techniques, voice, and style of authors you admire. 2. Experiment with tone and voice. Try writing in different tones and styles to see what resonates with you. Play with humor, drama, suspense, or lyrical prose to find your authentic voice. Fresh perspectives can help you identify areas for improvement and refine your style. For revise and edit, writing is rewriting. Don't be afraid to revise your work multiple times to enhance clarity, coherence, and flow. Pay attention to word choice, sentence structure, and overall readability. Components of effective storytelling. By understanding the different types of narrators, the importance of consistency, and how to structure your timeline, you are well on your way to crafting a compelling novel. Remember, the narrator you choose will shape your reader's experience, so take the time to consider the best perspective for your story. Is both challenging and rewarding, and with practice and dedication, you will find your stride. Find your writing style, develop your voice, and enhance the overall quality of your prose. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future episodes, and continue to develop your writing skills. Insightful and helpful as you embark on your writing journey. Remember, every great novel starts with a single word, so let your creativity flow and start writing. See you in the next video.